particular way.
But that's the difference between a good broker and an exceptional broker. Because if you, like, for example, I had an instance where a seller was selling because he wanted to send money to the States to pay for his daughter's medical school. And and he also needed to fund his son's education in the UK. And he needed to split this money basically for both education. And I remember at the time, like the pound was weak, and it was a really good time to send money back. And we were arguing over 50k. 50,000 dirhams, which in the UK, you don't lose a property over £10,000. It just doesn't happen like that. So I was just like having to point it out, and I had to break down to him that, hey, if you look at the conversion now, that 50k we're arguing about already gets made up for in the conversion right now.
Yeah.
So like this is the time, and it's important to ask these questions. What's the purpose of selling? Is it that you need to send money to this country for this purpose? Is it what we want to reinvest? Because you've got an instance right now where, you know, you've got a seller that wants to sell a property because he wants to buy and flip the next thing.
Yep.
But it's like to hold on something. Time is your biggest
Opportunity cost.
That's what I mean.
By sitting and haggling about the price on this one,
100K,
when
50K.
you understand what they want to do on the next one, you go, well, hang on a minute. If we get this one and we liquidate this asset, that frees up that money in order to enable you to be able to go and do what you need to do. And we'll make 3x, 4x with what we're discussing around here.
That's one of the biggest frustrations in the rental market is when owners have an unrealistic rent they want, and then the property sits empty for 8 months, and then finally they get the rent and they're all happy, they're all smug, and I say, well, you just lost 8 months of rent, so actually your yearly rent is only 4 months of that rate you just got, and people sometimes don't understand that.
No, they very rarely understand it.
You know what's mad? I have people that work in finance and bankers, and I'm saying, do you not understand what a void period is doing to you? I don't get it.
They got 8 months later, like, I got my price though, and I'm like, you lost 8 months of rent.
I think that has to be one of the most frustrating things to try and communicate and try and get across.
Yeah.
But I have to be honest, I've never managed to kind of master that one, because you're right. The other thing, I got my price though. Yeah, you did, but it's been empty for 6 months.
Exactly.
I've still got my price though. Yeah, but we've lost 6 months of rent. I still got my price though. I'm like, okay, cool. You are right. You definitely got your price.
Sometimes you just gotta like nod your head and keep going, you know.